What's up YouTube, Conan221 here. Welcome back to another part of the French campaign, World Domination Superpowers. I don't know what you guys think of this campaign so far. I mean, I've kind of enjoyed like showing the tail end of my completely dominate the whole world as the French. I kind of like showing that. There's something fun. You guys get to see some puckle guns and some very good cavalry and some Timadores and some not so good troops and some poor mismanagement against elephants. But yeah, a lot of these forces are just for training right now. They have taken some decent casualties, so basically 5 cities left to capture. And we are going after these guys right now. It'll be kind of fun. I'll definitely show that battle. I'm sure it'll come out on the next siege era here, but I love how the Maratha Confederacy is a republic now. You really don't see that. By the way, I have confirmed it. I do not believe you can actually fight against Eastern scholars. So you can't duel, but you can probably kill them. Rebellion, darn it. You can probably get rid of them with this guy. Much like the Great Rebellion. Lost a general. Oxygen discovered. How can you discover someone else besides oxygen? Okay, guys. Look, I know you're slightly unhappy because your area was a little damaged, but look how many dragoons I have. They're like ready to kill the populace. Nah, just some basic rebel scum. Not to use a Star Wars term, but they aren't. So we're going to start moving down here. I'm going to kind of bring my forces to the border of India. Well, at least the previous Indian territory. We're going to move down. We're going to take on the stronghold. Well, not the stronghold. We're basically going to take over this great area and then go to Bengal. That's where we get the Bengal tiger from. These guys are under siege. Once again, no attrition, which is great about Empire. You can just stay there forever. It might bore your audience, but you can stay there for a long time. I am a little bit worried about this army getting behind my lines. These guys are not well enough to reinforce, so I'm going to put them on the other side so they cannot reinforce. These guys are just very unhappy due to resistance to foreign occupation and having a university there. I do want to keep some of the steam-powered cloth mill. I do like the welt, but hey, what am I kidding? I can just get rid of it. What is this? Rice farming commune? Interesting. I don't necessarily think they had those in, well, it's kind of interesting. So that's a natural resource for them, rice. Or like, because they have farming in other parts of the areas there. These guys are still moving. As you can see, parts of our areas are damaged by various Indian armies. We've brought peace to Afghanistan. They're relatively happy, even though they're all Hindu. Oh man, that's not the case today. Anyway. Yeah, I love how, the cool thing about India is it's so mixed with Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Sikh. Like on this campaign map, it reflects that of what it is in real life. So I think that's a cool thing they did. So I'm gonna wait a turn. These guys, not the best army, but we have a lot of these guys under siege right now. Oh yes, I did want to attack these guys. So it is gonna reinforce with our excellent general. Look at this guy. Paul only has 3 stars. This guy's like 18. Let's fight these guys. We don't want them behind our lines, basically. Because then they could maybe take one of my undefended summits. Like I was talking about in the previous parts with taking over. When you want to take over an empire of the world, like you need to have like the kind of like play like Risk, the board game. You have strong armies, or at least a decent garrison on any border with any hostile neighbor. And then you have nothing behind that, like no troops garrison unless you need to put some militia to keep people happy. Yeah, so that's basically the that's basically what you need. As you can see, our army is here. I wonder where our reinforcements are going to come in from. I'm not sure if they're going to come in from a different area or coming from our left side or right side, because that made a big difference last time. You saw, well, not in the last battle you guys saw, but in the previous one. My puckle guns ran into some trouble there. Anyway, look at this really cool town hall there. Okay, well my French forces will pretty much just march up with our artillery. use some lancers to get behind the line and intercept any of the cavalry they have, and the reinforcements will be coming in. Unless they're... No, I'm definitely attacking them. I'm break my force into 2 wings, their cannons in the middle. Now, this does leave my cannons vulnerable to a charge from hostile troops, but I'm not too worried about that overall. I'm going to bring those guys up over there. And our Grey General, oh good, he's coming from a good side. I'll move him over here. Can help with this new wing. And I will have my cavalry behind my cannons to help intercept any troops that do have the bright idea of getting in our way. Can we not, like... Cannons, can we not deploy here? Yeah, roughly good enough. Even better if they were in front of that thing. I don't know how many campaigns there are on YouTube of the French and India on a world domination superpowers, but people thought this was a mod originally. Wait a second. Does this army not have a general? Huh. Interesting. Oh yes, we got more colonial. 92 men in this colonial light cab? I don't think so. $92 men in colonial light cab? I'm not sure if that's a glitch or something, but the settings aren't set high enough to have light cab be that big, but I'll take it. So that's a little glitch with the reinforcements there. Okay, our cannons are in position. Start unlimbering them. See, cannons were so heavy to pull back then, you need a horse and a limber. So that's where they get the term limber and unlimber from. Well, at least it's referring to this limber there. So you can see they're all limbered up here, and they're going to begin firing at them. This should prompt them to come forward. We'll be using shrapnel shot. These are really cool Hindu musketeers. They're a cool unit because you have Hindu musketeers and Sikh musketeers. Also, I can switch to shrapnel shot if they do get in here. You do a ton of line infantry, and these guys are better in line infantry, so it's not like they're going to be a pushover. So I expect a fierce battle with these guys. But I think with my own cavalry, I got to use it better than I did in the last battle. They are even light cavalry, so I got to worry about that too. How do I have a 92-man unit? Still don't get it. One thing I made a mistake on the topography right here is they're going to have wood cover, but I can't really do anything about that right now. I don't know about you, but we're switching to shrapnel shot. Ooh, does that do anything? I switched to cancer shot, I really don't mind. Shots are being fired. Okay, they're in shrapnel shot range. Cancer shot, not shrapnel shot. We're opening fire on the left flank here as the enemy advances, and on the right flank. You can see that just wiped out part of the right flank here. This was devastating. It was an anti-personnel round. So basically, they put a bunch of, I think it wasn't a ball that split, but it's pretty much like Washington used some of the stuff like that where those guys. Hold on a second. Washington used some of that. He didn't call it. It wasn't shrapnel shot necessarily. It was he just put a bunch of stuff inside his cannons, you know, because he didn't have the necessarily shrapnel and canister material there. But you can see this is utterly devastating them. I mean, you see all those little ball bearings and stuff that go right into this guy. So I think they were, I'm not sure if they were exactly ball bearings, but you get the kind of picture of the anti-personnel stuff. Anyway, you can see the minor, small units getting totally wiped out on this side. And these are mostly just armed peasantry that have been drafted by the Maratha. Going against hardened veteran French troops here. You know, their big units are doing some decent damage against us, but they're taking quite a lot of casualties. So I'm turning my cannons on those guys. gonna send my light cab to chase out these guys here. We do have their 1 infantry behind. Those are Hindu musketeers. Are you guys shooting again? I hope they're in fire by rank. Yeah. When they're reloading, that's when they become a lot more devastating. Yeah, like I said, those cannons, if you can protect your cannons, like, in the center of your line, they will just utterly kill anything that's there. Okay, we do have hostile forces approaching us from our right flank there. Cavalry is working on killing a lot of these troops here. Especially the Veterans E3. Like, 3 chevrons. Like, those are very important to get rid of. I'm going to march up my troops and halt my cannon fire because you do not want to kill any of my own men here. As you can see, it looks like we just killed a... No, maybe they got... they might have gotten killed by cancer shot, but they're more likely from the shots from the enemy. We're going to send our lancers after this, like, little blob here of various troops. And we are all lined up and ready to take on the Maratha here. Yeah, they're coming into range now. They're just literally, okay, now they're in range. We let them get first shots, but then we return fire. Okay, well, we pretty much killed what was left. I don't want to charge these guys, but they're behind a wall, so... Yeah, my lancers are going to have a little bit of fun with those guys. No, we could do. I'm going to send these guys to charge in the back. So these guys aren't even firing. I'm going to send those guys around. You can see that they're returning fire quite nicely. They're causing some casualties to this side, but they are outgunned here. And we are using fire by rank. Now they're trying to reform their line as we come on this side, but I mean... No, come from this side. Cavalry. Yeah, screw, just charge right into them. They're wavering right now. Okay, come on, get rid of them. Whoa, 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 stay away from that full unit there. Okay, good. I'm actually using my cavalry effectively here and not getting them killed and exhausted. Okay, I don't think those 6 guys are going to come back. We do have the lancers discharged in the back of these guys. As you can see, a rear charge and they're being shot at and losing is going to rout these guys. So we have 1 more unit left to take. I got to stop shooting into them guys. So 1 more unit here to get rid of. And then we won this battle. It's important to get rid of these guys because, frankly, like I said, going behind my lines, causing chaos and raiding is never a good thing to have happen. And you can see they are dying. Okay, we have taken some casualties at some point, maybe because we got shot at by that unit, and they are firing. So I'm just going to leave it, you know, there's not really a point. You can see my cavalry has chased off a lot of these guys, but... I'll go after those infantry, I don't mind. So we're going to pretty much get behind these guys and do a giant, massive rear charge. And devastate them. That's the plan. They have turned and they are starting to take some shots at us. Their flag bearer's like, wait a second. There's some French coming. Yeah. Like I say, if this actually happened, like the whole world would be speaking French. I'd be speaking French right now if this actually happened. This is like point blank fire. It's like, how do you miss? Come on, guys, shoot. Anyone want to fire? Okay, I guess they're reloading. That was a heroic video. If you guys enjoyed that battle, you know, at least we're not just like auto-resolving and taking massive casualties. I mean, you'll see I didn't take I pretty much took no casualties in that. About 200 and killed 1,000. I don't know where this general was because we had him. Yeah, that rebellion's gone. Okay. Port's being blockaded. People are not too happy. Already went over all that stuff. Auction was discovered. Riots here, eh? What is this doing? That's gonna bring you to happiness. Don't try that again. Okay, guys. Because, you know, I can just exempt you. Chillax, we don't tax. That rhymed. There, let's end a turn here. Ooh, why didn't he go right to that capital? You can see the Maratha have massive fleets all over. And it doesn't really matter because I don't need those trade ports. Ah, these guys are coming out now. Okay, well, we're coming toward the end of this part, so see you in the next part to fight this battle. This is T21 signing off. Hope you enjoy.